Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another episode of Darkest Dungeon. We're gonna get to it. So I'm still afraid of the bosses. We're trying to level up. We've got some level 6 guys, like a good set of them, right? But I'm trying to get some of my level 5 guys leveled up. So we're gonna take our level 6 Grave Robber because I think she'll be really good here in the Cove, and then we're gonna get to it. We want to do this long mission because this reward seems pretty good. Accuracy and prot increases stress by a bit. Hopefully that'll be manageable, right? So we are going to need like a lot of shovels, right? Like 4, maybe even 5 shovels. And they do lots of bleeding to you. We're just going to take some of those things, even though, you know, who knows how you actually use them right. Do we just buy all the food? Yeah, let's just buy all the food. Let's just fill up the inventory with junk. That seems good. This is not actually how to play. Alright, so team is Grave Robber, Vestal, Highwayman, and Crusader. And we're embracing movement abilities in the build. Lunges, point-blank shot, that kind of thing. And I think because you get nice bonuses from it, right? So we're gonna see if we can get
the smell
anything
of
good going on.
fish is almost unbearable.
And if we get surprised or whatever, the benefit too. All right, so we need to explore 90% of rooms. Let's look at the map. Some it doesn't go around. All right, so when we go in that direction, we'll see more of it. Do we want to backtrack? I think we have to because 3 rooms might be too many to skip if we have to explore 90% of them. We did bring like 1,000,000 torches and a zound of food. So for that reason, I'm not worried about the backtracking like I may otherwise be.
And purpose is made clear.
Because our Vestal has like really good healing stuff on her. I think our setup's solid. Do we just go for a bleed here? Or do we... No, we advance. Yeah, because... So the thing about Duelist Advance is it gives you this thing, Riposte, which is the best thing in the game, and I can't believe I played for so long without ever, like, figuring out that it was good. But it counterattacks basically everything that hits you. Like, it's going to counter this that hits you for a couple of turns. It's amazing. It says 7 to 8 with our abilities. Yeah, 12, because we have 33 there and 30 there, so a good solid thing. Alright, so here, with a mighty lunge... No, that was just a thrown dagger. Whoops.
A decisive pummeling.
Nice. And here, alright, so he only needs to take a bit of damage. Is one of these higher accuracy than the other? Yes. This will do enough to get him down. He resists the stun, but we just needed to get him to the break point of HP to where he would fall, and we did.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
It's like, alright, now we run the risk of having too much junk. No, we're going to get rid of the herbs and take the money, but not the paintings? We'll ditch a shovel and take the paintings.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Long missions are interesting because getting 2 camps is very excellent.
Watch your step.
30 dodge. That's rough. And of course, we got rid of the items we were carrying to fix that.
The light, the promise of safety.
Well, we could definitely skip this room. All right, so architecture-wise, we still have to go down this hall as well. Messy, right? A lot of backtracking. For that reason, we don't want to skip this room because we certainly see a raid out in front of us, a problem. Now there's a trap here. And we've got a room battle coming up. Guys in the back only have 20 HP, and they are surprised. So how can we make it happen? What's their blight resist like? 50? That won't do for them.
Press this
Well,
advantage.
anything would have done.
Give them
Perfect.
no quarter.
Coming in for a stun here. He had relatively low resist. We have lower chances for it because of our items, but I still decided to go for it. The bad things on his item are just blight resist and bleed resist. The lower stress is, of course, a benefit. Alright, so here we can just swing in for a lot. Miss. Miss is fine. Man, that guy... Okay, so he is at 75% protection right now. That is rough. Do we just do a party heal? Yeah. Seems fine. Attacks. We miss the riposte and then get stunned, and I bet we don't riposte while we're stunned. No, we sure don't. And then we get hit by a corpse explosion. Could have been worse.
Impressive. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And we just keep sticking that on him, I guess. And then riposte. We go for the party heal, hoping for a crit for, like, stress, you know, but also because both of these guys need to get healed. Although the Crusader has a massive health pool, we don't need to just, like, have him getting totally... Did I not take his... Oh, here it is. Okay. I was like, man, I can't believe that. We just need to manage the stress a little bit. And the tick will get him whenever it happens, so here we just go for the heal here. And he'll be in alright shape. Very, very good. To just stack of money for the sapphire, because we could get another one. A giant oyster. We use the shovel.
Wealth beyond measure.
You know, that wasn't so smart.
Awarded to the brave
It'll be alright.
and the foolhardy alike.
But in spite of my silly inventory, you know, this needs to be a lesson to me to not carry so much stuff. Like, the bandages are good because this is a bleed-heavy place. And the ton of food, I don't regret that at all. I think the silly large amount of food is good, actually. Because it's going to let me be super comfy, right? Like, we already are going to have to backtrack a ton. And now I don't even need to be, like, worried about it. We can eat a big meal at both camps. There's meal 1. Alright, so once we get to the next room, like, I don't want to camp too soon, right? I do want to camp soon enough to where we get some benefits from it. So maybe the next room after this.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Nice.
Singular strike.
Yeah, these movement abilities, I definitely was sleeping on them. They're pretty good, huh?
Grievous
Wow, that
injury.
stings. The stress isn't so bad there. It's just like he's got very, very low HP now, right? But we're gonna heal him up. And that'll stick the blight on him.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
We dropped like a stack of torches for it, which doesn't feel like great, but I bet it will be okay. I think because we took like a billion torches and we still have 2 full stacks. I think it's okay. I should have been in default party order, but I wasn't. That's okay. We can open up with the point blank shot and back up, and there we're good. And I actually, I'm really liking these builds now, because with being able to move around, you don't, with everybody except your healer, that's like the healer being able to move, you know. Everybody gets to go. We're gonna go for a party heal here.
Sedated.
And here, just getting inevitability going there. That way, you know, if... I'm hoping that we... No, because we'll do this. Because here, actually, unlike normally, the HP damage is more of a worry than the stress damage, since we'll be able to deal with the stress. It's quite low, really. I say that. Is he about to go up to, like, 50? Ah, no. Just 40. That's alright, then. That dodge is clutch. Our Grave Robber has, like, very low HP. They have 2 traits that, that make it lower, so they have, like, 50% lower than they should.
Well struck.
crit heal, which
The way
crit
is
stress
lit.
heals.
The
Like
path
it's
is
so
clear.
nice.
We require
The
only
healing
the
largely
strength to follow
irrelevant.
it.
The power from it very good. And here, you know, we keep the clock ticking. He pops the Vestal for some damage, so what? And we're just gonna keep on stress managing. She can do her party heal from position 2. She just can't do her direct heal from position 2.
As victories
Alright, and
mount,
then here we are
so
going
too will
to...
resistance. A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Alright, and then we're gonna ditch the Onyx. Yeah. If you get like 4 of them, it's better than a stack of gold, but... Alright, so party skills. First off, most important, no surprises, no alarms, a life that's full up like a landfill. Do we want better scouting chance? I mean, it could help, right? But we'll just take this. Finesse. We can get a little bit of prot. I think scouting... Scouting's fine. Feels bad. Alright, so I guess, like, I don't... Like, do we even need these things? You can get them anywhere. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. Eventually, we'll get the Hamlet, like, totally decked out, and we won't need them anymore. We've got, like, all the power things, but there's still, like, discount stuff to get, and, you know, like... Certainly that place that you go to remove and treat the quirks is a thing that I should get. Alright, so that was one rest. We have 22 food left. Swiftygast is here. Oh, we didn't reposition the party. It's not good. It'll be okay. Fortunately, we have the move abilities to be able to pop right in. And he dodges it. Brutal. They hit us with the debuff, which is like... It's not so bad against these guys, right? Light to the front. Daka Daka.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Horror gets stacked on a lot of guys. Pretty bad, but now he's gone. And we do have the tools for stress management with the Crusader, right? And these guys are not super tough. We're not going to sandbag really hard here. You know, we're just going to do our thing and...
to the pit.
Pick to the face ignores armor, which is very good for that specific situation. All right, and now we're just going to leave all these down because there could be a secret room, and if you don't have a key and there's a secret room, then you're going to be a sad panda. We're ignoring that curio because we don't have the thing to curry it. Once again, I don't move backward. It'll be all right. Dodges it. Brutal. We dodge all of that. Oh, there we go. Ah, Repose. So good. Man, this ability. It punches far above its weight. And you trade a little bit for having, you know, like a somewhat squishier guy move to the front, but I think it's worth it. Especially with the point-blank follow-up to push your tank right back into position. Nice little 1-2-3 punch. Poison darts has super high accuracy, so we'll go there. Nice.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Alright, 18 food left. That is still absolutely plenty.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Alright, room battle. We got 2 stealthy Tide Masters and this very, very tanky boy in the front. We've got, you know, the Blight wear down here, which will be fine. They're going to be stressing, they're going to be healing, they're going to be doing all sorts of nastiness. And we'll just bash, you know. It's all we can do, right? Do we try for the stun? Very low chance to hit, however.
Masterfully executed.
Or chance to land the ability, and it works. The other one would do barely more damage, and we don't need a heal, so perfect. They hit the stress wave, but our stress is so low right now that it's not even that bad. There we go. Perfect.
Annihilated.
Perfect. I needed 23, and 23 is what I got. I was like, plus 40% damage mod, I think that'll get us there, and it did.
Obliterated.
Comes in for the pinch. That's going to be a big bleed. 10 damage for 5 rounds. That is why you carry a bandage. That right there is why. We're just going to stack up the blight. And we'll just get to manage and stress a little bit. We're not trying to sandbag this fight, even though we have the bandages. Like, this is not, like, This is not an advantageous place to be. We do resist the bleed, though. We get the debuff for lower healing. That is alright. He's getting some debuffs of his own, right? 12 blight on him. Yeah, you gotta have bandages when you come here. That is what I've learned. Also, getting her stress like sorted down into a middle bracket here feels really good. Alright, now he's at 8 blight, so we don't need to finish him.
Monstrous
Perfect.
size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
And there we see, if we had kept the Onyx in the past, we probably would have gotten that there. But we still have a ton of food, right? With 14. We're hoping to find some more in a chest at some point. Alright, so there's a battle here, and then we'll have to backtrack for the benefit of one room. We can definitely skip, like, a room. It says 90% of rooms, right? But, you know, you can't do math about it. Because, in fact, it'll, like, be like, oh, you did, you know, 7 out of 8 rooms, you're good. I'm like, well, is that 90% though? Is it? Hopefully this riposte will pay off. I finally have a party that doesn't care about getting moved at all. It feels great. It's actually, you know, strong too. Yeah, we go to heal him because that's the guy in the front. He takes more, and the crit heal. Beautiful. Over the top, y'all. Very nice. And we go to stick another blight here. Yep. And they even got bleeded. They even got bleeded. That is very, very surprising, given that they have 90% bleed resist. But I guess he's got... It's 140% base, so you still have a 50% chance of doing it. It's a good ability. Gets the job done. Alright, do we razzle-dazzle here? Yeah. He hasn't gone yet this turn, so the stun would be worth it. And these terribly silly guys continue doing their little, I'm gonna move you around, as if I care. I mean, no, don't throw me into the briar patch. Alright, it's a 2-turn or a 1-turn clock if he attacks him. We're just gonna try to heal in the event that he doesn't attack. Yeah. There, because... a little bit of stress heal, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll, and we'll be ready to go. Beautiful. And that is textbook. Good
Seize
stuff.
this
We get another
momentum.
shovel. I thought there would
Push
be
on
more
till the task's end.
in our way. But yeah, very excellent indeed. Default party order is on. Those things need like medicines. Those aren't the prime open with the shovel things. Surprised we haven't found a single obstruction yet. I really thought there'd be more, but you know, that's all to the good. You won't catch me complaining about it. And our previous camp has worn off. So that takes away our buffs and stuff. There's a trap on the ground here. We may well camp here in a few rooms just to get the buffs again. And to ensure they don't fall off, right? Because we're on such a good pace. We'll probably eat the small meal in the event that we do that. Trying to get a setup there. We'll expect to get the old pinch. And then have to heal it. But what we're going to do here is just try to stun this old guy. They both have 90. Or the shot. Finish them off next turn. A dodge on the pinch feels great. Of course, Pitch of the Crusader. He's got lower bleed resist because of his orders, but... Boom, boom. And we're just gonna get to work, right? She was stunned though, so she will take an extra round of it. That's pretty rough. Because you can't bandage when you can't do your turn. But she'll be able to heal it up well enough. I'm not too worried. Gets rid of the pinch again, and drops the healing received again. It's pretty bad. Here we get the shocker and miss the counter. And get stunned. Harsh.
Destroy.
Should have done that at the beginning of the game rather than layering the blights on here, but I was worried about this guy staying around too long. Should have been worried about myself. Still get healed for 7. It's okay.
The will to fight falters.
Even with the healing received debuff, the crit heal gets me totally sorted out. He's now at 8. That's a double arterial pinch if it goes on. 20 damage on the tick. Wow, wow, wow. That's a rough one. Of course we cure it up, but wow. Man, imagine not having bandages. And of course we're not done yet. What we are is almost out of bandages, though.
Soothe.
A misclick.
Sedated.
I was just trying to move it along, not do that. Alright, and then we'll just
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Alright, we get another bandage. That's very good indeed. Maybe on these long ones we should prioritize the gemstones. Yeah, definitely a small meal at the thing. Man, this backtracking. I thought it'd be fine. But we're going to be able to skip that room and probably a couple of those rooms. They're making us eat again? We just ate! We're going to have to check this thing. Alright, we get a little bit more food. That's very good indeed, right? That would have been... I can't believe they made us eat again. We just ate. And now, like... if we don't eat at camp, right? That'll mess us up. Maybe we just don't camp again. And I thought I had so much food. We brought 3 stacks, but I guess we ate some of it. And then all the backtracking. Alright, there we go. It's on a 2-turn clock if we can't get it here. Good deal. Then this riposte will do nothing. And he misses the skull toss, which is good, because that's a big, big ol' punch to the face when it comes to your stress amount, which is low, but it's still, like, it'll do like 20 or 40 if it crits you, you know. The game can be very swingy in that regard.
Decimated.
Beautiful. Now, her being in the front isn't the best, but hey, we resist the bleed at least.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
Their cursed champion falls.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Like, come on, give me food. Nope.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
You know, I'm glad we brought a ton of supplies, because the backtracking we've had to do here has been quite perilous. Alright, we get medicinal herbs. That could actually be quite useful, right? Maybe, you know, because we could run into trap. We could run into one of those fish things again, and cleansing it would, you know, make it. Alright, room battle here. Yep, there's another food. Man, it's rough the amount of backtracking we've had to do. Pool of scummy water, we're not messing with it. Nice. Well, hopefully the riposte will get him anyway. We'll try a dazzle. Nope. Keep on missing. Keep on missing. The Bulgarian? Oh, hello. Zdrasty. Zdravy. But hello, Bulgarian person. Christian Ivanov. Nice to see you here. Zdrasty. Zdrasty? Like a faster ZD? Probably. My one of my sisters once spent a little bit of time in Bulgaria. She still speaks of the experience fondly. Alright, we just go for party heal here, or do we go for the kill here? Party heal, right? Yeah, definitely. He'll die in a turn anyway, regardless of who he hits, and the dodge, yeah. Much better to heal there. He's on a one-turn clock as well. They're both on the clock, so we're just trying to get a little heal squeezed out here, and we find it. Alright, so, yeah, Demom. He's got the highest stress, so he gets the stress heal.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
And we get to sandbag it up again. Beautiful. And we do get 2 food, thank goodness.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We're gonna camp now.
Huddled together.
Eat barely any food.
Vulnerable.
Worth it.
Rats in a maze.
Breathe the ambush, get the surprise. Boost his guns, and then we'll, what? Scout? We could take the chance on lowering everybody's stress. He's gonna tell a joke. They all laugh. How many adventures does it take to die in a pit? Plenty of blood left to shed this day. I'm coping well. I'm like, that's not a punchline. That's just a setup. Well, they all laughed anyway. They all enjoyed that very much. Do I play Geometry Dash still? I haven't played it in a couple of weeks.
Another mariner. Another mission.
I stopped playing regular Geometry Dash and just started playing like platformers and stuff.
Packs laden with loot.
I was actually
are often
thinking
low
of
on supplies.
giving it another play here. Maybe not today, but probably like Sunday. I got sick a couple of weeks ago. Not like badly ill, but you know, a little bit. And it threw off my rhythms a little bit. I had been playing it every Sunday, but yeah, I just started playing this, and then I got back into playing Minecraft. My friends started up this realm, so it's just, you know, been bouncing around between the games. Barnacles! And he gets cut by the barnacles. He doesn't. He receives a nasty gash, except he doesn't. And now it's time for a battle. This is just a regular battle, not a room battle. Unfortunately, of course, it's Big Bleed Guy, and we have, what, 1 bandage? Stun, amazing, very good. no, I have like nerve problems in my hands, so I definitely reached the point in challenging Geometry Dash gameplay where I felt like I couldn't really do anything else anymore. I just, you know, I couldn't hit the button that many thousands of times. It's not good for me. Alright, here we lunge here. 21. Close. Not quite. Still will be able to, like, come in for a judgment, and he dodges it. So that was the one with the buffs on it, so we wanted to pop that one first. And now we dodged the bleed. Good, good, good. Stun comes over the top. Beautiful. Look, he's got like 1 billion hit points, but that doesn't mean we can't deal with it. This is a guy, like, he has really big protection, right? So normally you would do like big, you know, blight, or you would do something to lower the protection or whatnot. But we don't have we don't have anything to lower the protection. Our blight is fine, but it's, you know, it's for a round. So, you know, you stack it up. It does the work, but, you know, it's only going to get you so far. Pinch hits, we resist the debuff, but not the bleed. I think here we let the bleed tick down. And, no, we've got 2 bandages now. We cure it. I was like, we could wait to see if they get a second stack. That would be a lot, but... Another stack on here. That puts them on a 2-turn or 1-turn clock. It might depend. Misclick. Crit on the pinch. Of course, it won't crit the bleed. It does actually crit the bleed. It makes it last longer. That's okay. We're all better now. Of course, we're out of bandages. But we're also out of bandages approaching on the end of the run-ish.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Hey, we did it! Do we want to keep on going? I mean, we can ditch the shovels soon, you know, and, we didn't attack those guys, because we're hoping the riposte will attack, you know, if they attack Damor, then, or Damor? Damor. Then the riposte would probably get them. And we're gonna leave, like, after this fight, I think. Where I play from? You say? Yeah. I live in the United States. I live in a state called Arkansas. It's a minor state in sort of like the south central region. It's over by where, like, Texas is. A lot of people internationally wouldn't know where Arkansas is. I don't want to condescend. It's like, there aren't a ton of people that live here. You know, we grow a lot of food, not personally, just, you know, around. It's in Bulgaria now. It's 8 p.m. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's so interesting being able to talk in real time with people on the other side of the planet. But yeah, it's noon right now for me. It's my day off, so. So I'm just enjoying my morning coffee. Morning. Morning. I slept in. No, compared to my childhood, I sleep in every day.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Whenever I was growing up, I had to wake up like pretty early in the morning, you know, like 5 or so, because I had like, you know, chores. We lived like, I always say I grew up on a farm. We didn't like grow food to sell people, but like we had a garden, we had chickens, we had goats, so I had to wake up in the morning and, you know, milk my goat and stuff, and do the various, you know, chores that are associated with the running of an enterprise that has, you know, a bunch of chickens and goats running around in the yard. Which, that's not like a super common experience. I'm like an old person, right? I'm like 39. Most people that went to school with me, well, I said they grew up in town, right? You know, like they didn't like live in the country like me. But I grew up next to a bayou, which is like, a bayou is like a specific kind of swamp. Sorry, if you already know all this stuff, I don't mean to condescend. I just like, I know that they don't really have bayou biomes other places, because France didn't get to name their stuff.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost
And we do
traversable.
awesome, come out with 25 grand, okay, but really it's about the fact that we finished it all and got the signet ring. And I think that's going to level all of these guys up to 6, yeah. Margus was already 6. She loses stun resist.
Even these dirt
Free upgrade for a building? Wow.
Put them to work.
All right, where's the most expensive upgrade gonna be? It won't say how much we're saving, but we'll know that the top of a line one would be the best. There we go. You know, now that you get to the end of the game, they're like, oh, by the way, do you want to
With
just...
enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Inured. I used that word the other day when I was talking to someone, and they're like, inured? I'm like, you know, get used to? And they're like, why didn't you say that? They didn't say that. They were thinking it. And now it's time to heal our folks. They all came out of that with diseases. But that's okay. All right, so that went super well. Yeah, 10 accuracy, 10% prot, 10% stress. I mean, all around, very good, right? Because the stress is manageable. And I'm thinking we throw that on, like, you know, an abomination. Or a leper. Somebody who already has that stress he'll taken care of, you know. Wouldn't want to put it on him because we're carrying Barristan's head around. Or, you know, anything with the Joker. I believe in the Joker now. Speaking of the Joker, we can do a lower level run, I guess, of something. But where? 2 speed and lower move resist. Well, the move resist we may not care about specifically, so that could be a good item to pick up. That reminds me, we should check out the wagon. Fascinating. So this solar crown is actually, it just seems fine in general, right? If you're going to have your torches, bam, lower stress. I don't want to spend the money, but, you know, good. This, you know, the stress skills, that's good there because he's got, you know, stress management things there with the tune. But so if we want to run a crew out, Marcy's sick with lethargy. Lower speed won't matter. She's an antiquarian, so this'll we're gonna run and try to make some money, right? And in the course of it, we're gonna clear some stuff. So Marcy here, Joker. See, am I surprised to hear Bulgarian person stream? I mean, a little bit, but it's actually, interestingly, I have like a lot of an international audience from a lot of places around the world. It's always so cool to hear someone say, you know, like, oh, I'm watching you from, you know, Indonesia or Nepal or Brazil, you know, like it's really cool that somebody would be, you know, so far away and still like want to watch. I don't know why. It just, you know, the planet seems like such a big place until you're talking with someone on the other side of it. You know, remember when I was playing Electronics and Geometry Dash? That was some time ago. I probably couldn't beat that level again, you know. So here we take whom? Take a bounty hunter, because that'll be like good damage, and then the movement here won't matter. She has the fall back ability, and then what do we just like hope that we don't get hurt? It seems dumb when I say it. Go like so, and then like a leper to lead because they've got that self-heal. This could work. The antiquarian lets you make like a ton of money, so that's why we want it. That bounty hunter talisman makes you eat more food, so we might just put on the hat. Losing the accuracy and the crit though, we'll just eat more food, right? That'll be fine. Whatever. And that healing received won't matter to him. So we'll just give him the accuracy. Yeah. Alright. Let's try it. Short veteran, in, out, get our stuff. And we'll bring no torches. We'll bring no torches. We'll be very brave. Couple of these, couple of these, couple of these, couple of these, couple of these. 0 torches. Let's go. Have I played one block challenge in Minecraft? I have not. I'm not sure I know what that is. In Minecraft, I play hardcore. In Java, I'm on day like 790 on my current world. I've been in it for more than a year. And I also plant a lot of wheat. And then I recently started playing on a realm with my friends in Bedrock. All right, here we're going to have to backtrack eventually. We'll just go here immediately. So 0 torches, 0 camp. Let's see how it goes. And also, just an antiquarian for healing. They're not really a healer. But they can stab anywhere. Y'all.
As the fiend falls.
Antiquarian makes more loot drop, and they also drop extra special things that stack pretty high, like special gems, and they let your gold stack higher. So it's just, if you can bring one, they're weak, but man, do they ever, you know, they really help out some stuff. But we've got the Jesters playing his little gestury.
Eradicated. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
It's like I didn't even bring the additional food. I forgot that the thing was going on. But yeah. So we're going to be just letting the torch go all the way down. Letting it get super dark. As it gets darker, you also make more stuff. Because we want these people to level up. But we also, like, we've got goals, right? And those goals are to conquer the game. And the only way to do that is by letting it get very dark indeed. But no, I've heard of the Skyblock challenge in Minecraft, or the Skyblock in general. I don't know if it's a challenge per se, but I don't guess I know the one that you mean. I mean, it sounds like you just stay on a block. It does sound very challenging indeed.
Confidence surges as the
I would
enemy
probably need to
crumbles.
read an essay on how to progress. But whenever I look at Skyblock, I feel the same way. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on there. I've just heard of it. Give him the old vapors. It's not much, but it's honest work. Do you have spelling mistakes in your previous messages? I will read all of them real quick. Nope, you spelled every word exactly right. I would notice if I read it, but it wouldn't be something that I would bring up unless somebody asked me to. I read lots and lots of books. I'll be playing a game and I'll be like, that's not how to spell that word. Just like in the middle of important story stuff. I'm like, they meant tenant, not tenant. But no, you got them all right. Even surprise, which, as an American, let me tell you, that's a very misspelled word. Everybody knows how to spell it, but they often don't spell it right. We get hit with a howl. Oh, brutal. Ah, well,
Festering
a couple of
fear
us resist it. That's okay.
consumes the mind. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
We're gonna leave the torch, because of course we are. What do we need a torch for? Torchless. Healless. Look, it's important to be brave. And if they die, then it's important to move on.
Mechanical hazards.
Some of them may die, but that
evil
is a price
intent.
that I'm willing to pay. Excuse me. He's like, I gotta know what's inside. And it's like,
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
oh, the old Tenebrous Corner. We have to explore 90% of rooms. Yeah, we'll just do this one.
Even the cold.
Oh, I didn't bring a
seems
shovel.
bent on preventing passage.
Forgetting a shovel is very bad. Hopefully that'll be the only obstacle. We do have one room we can skip, so hopefully that'll be the only obstacle. We should not have forgotten a shovel. Scout the curios, but you know, not the other stuff. Another map. He says, "Feh." Yeah, because I think that battles don't show up on the map here. Now there is an obstacle over there, so we are gonna have to do it before the end. We might actually just have to leave. It's not the end of the world if you don't complete a mission, right? And she's got the ability to go back 3, and it increases her dodge and speed and stuff. So if you ever get out of position with the Antiquarian, she can always bounce to the back. In English, the hardest thing, in your opinion, are the future tenses and perfect tenses. Yep, for sure. They can be very tricky. Of course, the thing is, like in all languages, right? The way that you're taught to speak it, that's not always exactly how people even speak in that language. You know, there's a lot of different ways to do it. 7 there. Does the bleed take us? No, it doesn't.
Quickens. How quickly the
I would have much
tide
preferred to
turns.
bring, like, a Vestal here. It's like, Antiquarian, Vestal, Bounty Hunter, like, Highwayman is a totally cool setup. I think we're probably just gonna do this battle and then bail, though.
Destroy them all.
Yeah, this wasn't a party that could finish, I guess. Oh, we still got some food, right? Some.
Press this advantage.
Finale, and then we hit it with the grappling hook. Alright, there we go. Look at all the stuff we get from the battle. That's because we're in the dark. Alright, so if we just... There's a trap right here. Like, he's at 10 hit points. Is it wise to continue? Opens door. Alright, so if we try to finish this mission, I think they're gonna die. But I don't know it. Alright, and then there's our food there, and then we'll eat the food here. And now he's at 14. 14's so much more than 10. That's just science. It isn't. Because now, right, yeah, we'd have to clear the obstruction, we'll lose hit points, take stress damage. It's worth it.
Without tools of iron,
We take
you
huge
must
stress
rely on
damage,
flesh
but...
and indefatigable purpose.
yeah, all we gotta do is not die. Should be easy. Bone guys in the front are weak.
Obliterated.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Who dares wins.
Reeling, about to break. Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
No, one thing that always does amuse me whenever, like, someone is from a different country and they're watching me, then, you know, they find out where I'm from and stuff, is I like to lie and say everyone where I'm from talks like me. They don't. I don't really exhibit the regional aspect of my people, the Southerners. But
The ground quakes.
in my country, my regional accent is sort of like it's not prestigious. It's looked down on. You know, people. If you just like speak with a Southern accent, people just assume that you're like ignorant, basically.
Annihilated.
Which, whenever I was a kid, I definitely absorbed some of that, and thought I don't want to sound like those people. You know, because I was very sensitive about it because I milked goats in the morning before I went to school. I was much more of a country kid than almost anyone that I went to school with, so I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to be isolated more than I already was and teased more than I already was. You know, for
belong to us, and we will
for sounding like a hick.
They hold.
Whenever I was one, you know.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road.
Plot quest: Shrieker's Prize. Okay, so there's a Shrieker boss that stole my stuff and we never fought them. And then now there's this Shrieker boss. Which seems kind of cool. And the hag boss, which I am afraid of. We need to cure our dudes though. Alright, and actually, I did want to treat a negative quirk. I almost never do, but it was so bad. 10% max HP. Oh, it's only 1,300? Oh, the locked-in ones are more, and I guess we would have gotten our discounts up to the top. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Fragile there and get her 10% more HP. And we're going to cure hers as well. Because that's a really bad trait. We don't want it. And she's got, like, negative accuracy to range skills. That's bad. This card, like, oh, she got resurrected. There was an event. I didn't even know that could happen. But basically, there's an event where your graveyard will be like, here's your 3 heroes. Who do you want to dig up and bring back? And I'm like, wow! Just what I always wanted. Alright, so we're just gonna stress relief here. We don't need to do him, because that's sort of like a middling amount. And he's got the internal heal, and there's other tanks in the world. Really, the other tank in the world is a bounty hunter, because I like what we did there, but I'd like it better if we had a healer with us besides the antiquarian. So we could just drop the tank, right, and go bounty hunter highwayman. Because the bounty hunter still bashes the bounty in the front, right? He's still got the hits, and then we can take, like, you know, the uppercut or whatnot. But it can still collect bounties in the front, and then, you know, you've got your point-blank shot duelist's vein thing going on there. Huh. I guess that's to try to make you do the melee skills on the Plague Doctor, which I wouldn't do even with that. Alright, do we try this Shrieker thing? Defeat the Shrieker to get the last trinkets? We could try. Alright, so who do we bring for a Shrieker? Darcy. Rancor. If we bring it like this, then if they get out of position, they'll be fine. Stun and Smite. We'll have the pistol, the duelist. And we'll stack you know, blight grenades on them. Got our cure for the things. We've got our cures. We just need to go and steal. I only have one good set of Vestal stuff, so they always end up with all of it, right? There's our healing synergies. Got our max HP there and there. And here, if we take 7% crit on the melee skills, but maybe, I mean, that's a lot of crit. And riposte would tie into that. Losing 1 speed to it. He's already really fast, right? Yeah. Alright, let's get to it. They're all level 5. Let's just make sure all their abilities are leveled up. I think they are. All the ones we're taking, anyway. Not Rancors. There we go. Do we drop the stun and do, like, the removal of dodge? Yeah. Because that'll at least allow her to be... We could just remove the judgment, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but the removal of the dodge and the stealth seems fine. And, the removal of the dodge actually does seem good, in fact. There's plenty of high dodge stuff. We throw one of those on the boss whenever there's, like, an open time or something. Maybe that'll work out. Alright, let's get to it. It's just a short little mission here. But we need to change the title of the stream. Can I not change it while it's active anymore? There we go. They just yesterday changed a whole lot of the streaming interface. Alright, so this is a short mission. I cannot retreat from this quest. Am I sure I want to proceed? Oh boy. Let's go. We're gonna bring all the stuff. Laudanum gets rid of horrors. We're going to bring that too. Or we're going to bring everything. After all. Strave. Lekonosht. If you actually teach me how to say the words right, I will surprise my sister when I talk to her. I'll just be like... I'll call her on the phone, which I never do. And she'd be like, hello? And then I'll be like, Zdrave. Oh. Oh, we're already here. We're already here. He has gigantic blight resist. Oh, no. Oh, I chose a bad party.
Precision and power.
Well, maybe he'll do like blights and we'll heal it. He does have massive dodge though, so we're gonna stick the debuff on him. Oh, okay, he does do bleeds, so that'll be good. There we go, negative dodge, because yeah, that actually is gonna be very good indeed. And then we're just gonna try to... Look, it's not gonna hit him, but it can lower his accuracy. Nice. Alright, he does a call the murder. We're going to try to get a stun, and it works. I think it only takes one of the actions away, but still. And now we drop its whole dodge away. He pecks forward. Man, I thought the Shrieker was the Shambler. The Chandler is the Eldritch thing that definitely can get blighted. I made a big mistake, but it might work out. He resists the dodge debuff there, but he still has negative 30 on it, so that's good. And here, we heal up this bleed, which would be bad. We brought so many items, that's so funny. I thought we were going to have to run through a thing for it, right? Oh, each turn they take, their debuff wears down by 1. Well, it's still worth sticking it on them. I was like, riposte! He dodges it. But I actually think me swapping to that dodge debuff is going to be the game changer here, right? Because it lasts for 4 rounds. What? What did he do? Oh, he ran away. We get the achievement, Murder of Crows, kill the Shrieker.
Turning point.
Continue adventuring. Can we continue adventuring? Alright. Well, we do it. We also took... Alright, so here's where all of our trinkets went to. We took a bunch of equipment that we didn't need, but we get our stuff back. There's one of our camo cloaks. There's our... This Fortifying Garlic is awesome. 33 to all the resists without any downsides is just very good. And he gets Corvid's Resilience, Corvidae, that's the Latin name for those. Lecanosht. Lecanosht? Lecanosht.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
And, you know, they end up very stressed indeed, but you'll note fully alive. Totally and in all other ways alive. Awesome. Feels good. Alright, so now... Well, now we just see where the crystal guides, right? Or no, we need to send these fools to stress treatment. Well, he's at 40. He'll be okay, because we have another Crusader we can run, Vitalis. Duhamel, though, definitely a little too high in the stress there. And I guess we had to choose which Shrieker fight we took. And we did. Alright, so if we get this, I actually quite like that for our silly running in the dark runs, right? Berserk Charm, this is terrible. Lower accuracy? I guess it increases your damage, but lower accuracy couldn't be me. Ooh. Book of Sanity, very rare, 20% stress, but if we do a long thing, I want to bring the Antiquarian on it, right? So we're going to hold off on that. Do another champion mission, but where, precious? Here, accuracy and crit on the ring, but lower dodge. Would that ever be what we wanted? Could be. Alright, why don't we just go to the ruins? If we go to the ruins, we're really close to activating the boss, and then we can see about that. Alright, so here in the ruins, what do? They don't bleed, do they? No, they don't. So we can take a movement crew? Yeah. Margus would be good, but it would also be good to get some people to level 6 here. We could take Fitzhugh in the back, right? And then yeah, and this is fine. They can swap around if we get in the way, and then we'll still have stab and artillery and stuff. Alright, and then do we want to take this? No, we don't really even use their stun skills. I honestly didn't know they had them. Oh, Hand from the Abyss. He's got to be in the front. Yeah, well, we're not going to be using those, are we? You can just take all the, yeah, that'll be good. Just go big mega dodge there. He's got one of those cloaks as well. It's one of my favorite items, that cloak. Alright, we're doing the regular one, so Unholy is probably going to be prevalent, but lose the move resist. That won't matter, right? Because he's got Holy Lance, or we will run Holy Lance anyway. And we're just going to go real quick and make sure that these guys have all their skills. Before long, we're going to have a crew that will actually be able to go into the Darkest Dungeon, huh? Yeah, we can take that. We don't need the stun there. Just a little short champion thing here, and let's get to it. One shovel should be enough. What is the difference between I want and I wanna? Oh, it's complicated. There's not really one. One's just more informal. They're used interchangeably, you know.
And what better place
But
to begin
like
than the
it just
seat
depends
of our
on
noble
levels of
mind?
formality. You know, if it's like your boss, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, you want to talk for a second?" You'd be like, "Hey, do you want to talk to me?" You know, or you know, it's just sort of the layers of emotion that go on to it. There's a I want can mean so many things in the language, right?
With a singular
But
purpose.
yeah, it's the funny thing about want is it's almost never used for like I desire this thing, you know. It's more like I am oriented towards wanting it now, you know. I want a sandwich, but not like I want happiness, you know. Okay, so this guy, a bone bearer, he has a sigil that makes all of them cool. We're gonna go in for the stun here, right? Abyssal Artillery. Duelist here. He blows him a little bugle, so this guy now does even more damage again. That's not great. And he dodges the riposte. Brutal. Here, rather than doing point-blank shots, instead of push the Plague Doctor forward, we're just going to stand there. Noxious Blast here, we'll do just fine. And then he'll be able to Holy Lance and pop that dude there, I hope. Here, the counterattack pops him, very
Surges as
good.
The enemy crumbles.
Clean.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Oh, and now he's guarding that thing. Very, very brutal stuff. Did he just summon? Oh, no. Okay. You can't ignore him. That was bad news. So he summons more guys. I definitely didn't know that. Now I do. Plague? Oh, right. He was guarding. Well, you know. It'll at least get the thing out of the way. Man. Alright, so. This dude has 70 dodge right now? No, 70 prot. No dodge. Well, we'll just, we'll kill the guy in front then. The Blight will do for him next turn. We need to heal the Highwayman next turn. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so how do we do this? This fight has gone on a super long time. I think we might lose, right? That's what happens if you don't understand an enemy. Because this dude, like, if I knew he was gonna bring more back, we would have focused on him the whole time. Man, can't believe that. J'accuse. Right, and that guy's guarding him, of course. Why am I? This is like a boss battle, and it's just like in a hallway, right? This is like, yeah, we just got in a hallway, I think. Maybe it's a room battle. Terrible, terrible stuff.
obliterated.
One. He's the worst healer in the game. At least he keeps resisting the bleeds, right? Alright, finally. Man, what a fight. 6 rounds. At least it is a room battle. Alright, do we backtrack here to go around? It won't definitely be a room battle, but it's the same amount of steps regardless, and we might scout it. Bone General. Okay, well, fortunately, he doesn't have big blight resist. Stuff means thing or things? Yes, absolutely. This is my stuff. All of this is my stuff. All of my possessions that I have in the world, that's my stuff. Exactly.
Well struck.
It also is a verb, meaning to, like, cram into, like, so if I had, like, a bag and I was pushing a whole lot of stuff into it, here, I'll mime it with my hands. That would be stuffing a bag. And the stuff can mean a lot of stuff. There's stuffing, which is a type of food that you put inside of a turkey. English, as people say, is 3 languages together wearing a trench coat, pretending to be a raccoon. Stick the damage there. Try to heal.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Just a little bit of sandbagging here.
Press
Clean.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, we got a surprise. Very good indeed. Play grenade to the back. Stick it on both of them. Yeah, baby. Good stuff. That's enough to get the gargoyle in 3 cycles even without anything else going on. Missing the riposte feels bad. Oh well, missing that one doesn't feel so bad. He's on the clock. He'll die to the next one. Which means if we blast here, we'll have them on the 2-turn clock as well. Unless this riposte gets him. Nope, dodges it, of course. One stick of the damage there. Weird reconstruction here. No, he's only 18 down and he's 12. Lower anyway. There we go. I'm used to my Crusaders having more hit points, but that ends up being alright.
The slow death.
Blight ticks down, taking care of the opponent. This in towards the enemy. 15 on a tick, only need to do 10 here. Get it done precisely. Good, good, good.
But death by inches. Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
The citrines are only worth like a bit. We'll leave them. Aw, man. He hits the ashes. I was gonna cure them with a holy water. Is there a room battle? Nope. Well, we didn't know it, and now we know. Yes, now we know. Say it's really cool. I'll explain things about the English language. Oh, anytime, anytime. I am always explaining things about the English language to people that live around me, and they usually don't want to hear it. So it's always thrilling when someone wants to hear me talk about stuff. We're just going to throw a Blight to the back. No, J'accuse to the front. Blight to the back here. Could have went for the stun. I think the Blight is fine, though. That'll put him on a 2-turn clock there. Abyssal misses.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh no, we moved him to the front? Whoopsie-daisy. It'll be alright. We'll do a little stabby-stab. Fitzhugh might freak out. He's at 91. It'll be alright. We're close enough to the end to where we don't have to, like, leave about it. Everybody else is in good shape. We're gonna lance here.
Under
15, outrageous.
unbalanced.
My man's got 43% dodge. He should have dodged that.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh, and that was the last one. Good. Good.
Return to rest.
Nice little skirmish.
Devils
Found
remanded to
found
their
the battles pretty easy. Make some money, get some stuff. Fitzu goes from level 4 to 5, because you can drag a level 4 guy to a level 5 thing, but you better make sure the other ones are tough. Of course, if it's like a healer or something like a blight doctor, a plague doctor, a blight doctor that has pretty high accuracy and skill levels earlier, it's better, you know, if you're taking like a tank, well, you're probably going to want them to be an appropriate level for it.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Say it's very nice to talk to you. Well, thank you so much. It's very nice to talk to you as well. It's you know, it's very gratifying to, you know, just be sharing the things that I enjoy doing, playing video games, and, you know, and talking, and, you know, just getting to, you know, see people, you know, that I never would be able to see without doing this YouTube thing. It's very cool. It's very gratifying. Definitely a very enjoyable pastime for me. So, you know, don't go thinking that this is all like me giving you something. You giving me your attention is giving me something wonderful in return. You know, it's every bit as nice as you feel about me talking to you, I feel about you talking to me. But with that in mind, it is time for me to get a little bit of lunch. This is a good little stopping point here. I gotta run a couple of errands, but I'll be back around later on today. Of course, in Bulgaria, you'll probably be asleep by then, but perhaps I'll see you in a later stream or video. So that's all I've got for you right now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. And let's see, how do we say Lekonosht? Lekonosht. And thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed, and see you later.